Somewhere out there in America tonight, it may be in a place like Kenosha or Janesville or a faraway community. It could be in a big city or a small town. A mother will be putting her little girl to bed, and that little girl will dream about all the things she'll do when she grows up. Maybe the little girl is Latino, maybe she's African American, maybe she's white, maybe she's Asian. It doesn't matter. What matters is she's an American girl and she can do anything she wants. Maybe she'll be a doctor or a lawyer or an accountant or a police officer. Maybe she'll dream of having children of her own one day. But that little girl won't get to live those dreams because our politicians, led by House Speaker Paul Ryan, have failed in their most fundamental and sacred obligation to provide safety for us by securing our border and enforcing our immigration laws. And so that child will be the next victim of the thousands of victims of our open borders. Maybe she'll be killed by an illegal immigrant in a car crash, or a home invasion, or a vicious, violent assault, the kind that happens to men and women all across this country each year. As this mother puts her child to sleep, she has no idea that her daughter will be the next Kate Steinle or Sarah Root. Out there tonight, all across this country, is the next Jamil Shaw Jr., the next Brendan Mendoza, the next Spencer Golvach, the next American child who won't get to live out their American dream because Paul Ryan believes that his family deserves a border wall, but you don't. This is not hyperbole. This is not exaggeration. This is reality. I have been honored and privileged and humbled to spend time with the mothers who've lost their beautiful American children to illegal immigrant violence enabled by sanctuary cities, which Paul Ryan has funded, and allowed in by open borders that Paul Ryan has left open. Children killed by open borders that have boosted profits for Paul Ryan's donors and makes all of us less safe, a cause to which Paul Ryan has devoted his entire professional life. Ryan smirks and looks down at us from his high station and has the audacity to complain that the mothers of children killed by illegals have dared to ask him for an audience. He has gone to the media and his payroll pundits and has condemned the mothers for doing so. Has he thought for one moment about their loss or considered their suffering? Aren't they entitled to a meeting with him even though they don't have billions of dollars or an army of lobbyists or well-known names? Every day, all across this country, there is some American that wakes up believing that anything is possible for them in this great country of ours, only to have those dreams brought to a brutal and violent end because our politicians don't have the decency or courage or desire to protect the lives of innocent Americans. So understand this. With your one vote, you can save the life of the next Kate Steinle. With your one vote, you can save the life of an American child from becoming the next statistic. You can save the next forgotten name, the next forgotten victim. With your one vote, you can save the next American parent from having to live out the rest of their life in sorrow and grief. You can save the next person from becoming the next obituary, the next mother from having to demand that her politicians secure the border so the next American child doesn't have to die too. How many thousands of Americans have to lose their lives to fund the career of Paul Ryan? Ask yourself this question. Think hard and be honest. Has Paul Ryan ever cared as much about the lives of these Americans as he's cared about furthering his political career? Has he ever fought as hard for these Americans as he's fought for budget-busting omnibus, or he's fought for his disastrous trade deal, or corporate handouts? Paul Ryan would rather cut benefits for U.S. veterans than cut benefits for illegal immigrants. He doesn't represent the people of Wisconsin. He represents Wall Street donors. He is not merely a symptom of the corrupt and broken system. He is the corrupt and broken system. And his appeal to you now in the name of loyalty or unity or togetherness comes from a man who has shown no loyalty to the American people, a man who has displayed no unity for our fallen brothers and sisters, and a man who has demonstrated no desire to bring us together in shared prosperity. Rarely before in history have a people been given such an opportunity to effect profound change as Wisconsin voters have in this open primary. All we have to do is cast one ballot on August 9th. With your one vote, you can stop amnesty for good. With your one vote, you can stop TPP. With your one vote, you can end rule by corporations. You can end the corruption, the corporatism, the kickbacks. You can end the serfdom to special interests and become free and safe and secure. You have the chance to prove special interest globalists, the pundits, and the professional politicians that they don't control your life, that they don't control your vote, and that you're not going to fall for their glossy lies and slick ads, but instead vote the truth and vote your conscience. With your one vote, you can give hope to those who will never have enough money to attend one of Ryan's wealthy donor dinners, but who are Americans and are entitled to equal representation and protection under the law. One vote to save the lives of innocent Americans. One vote to save Wisconsin. One vote to save America. Next Tuesday, declare your independence. Let August 9th be Wisconsin's Independence Day.